Now to part two of the journey through Africa being made by some British-based rugby fans. They've put their careers on hold to take part in a remarkable project, a 6-month trip by road from the top to the bottom of the continent as modern-day rugby missionaries. Here's James Gamble.
The team known as Bhubesi Pride, Bhubesi meaning lion in Zulu, are visiting 10 countries, stopping off at selected schools along the way, holding coaching clinics and setting up clubs as they go. They'll provide equipment and establish links with schools in the UK as they wind their way down the continent before flying home from Cape Town in June. The last time we caught up with the 6-strong team of teachers, mechanic, a cook and rugby coaches was at schools in Ethiopia and Kenya. Since then, they've moved on to Uganda, where they have continued to spread the rugby gospel in an attempt to unite, inspire and empower African school children. First stop in Uganda was the Ginger Nile Rugby Club, where 2 members of the Pride team, Richie Armand and Ben Merrison, were asked to turn out in a local league game. But their big match experience wasn't enough to overcome the Kampala Rhinos.
Of course, the home team struggled. It lost by a big margin. I'm so happy for you guys to be here, and it's going to help me boost my under-14 system. So what is going to happen is we are going to go more into these schools using Bhubesi Pride, and our biggest target is to have more kids get involved into rugby.
While they were in Uganda, the Pride coached at 3 different schools, introducing another 280 children to the sport. After a week of training, the schools played each other in the inaugural Bhubesi Pride Cup, which was won by Spire Road Primary. The schools now have the equipment and the coaching skills to continue their development of the game.
It's a good day right now. We enjoyed, we played games, and we had fans. I want to continue playing their game because it is very good.
Next stop, Rwanda, a nation still moving on from the civil war of 1990 and subsequent 1994 genocide in which 1 million lives were lost. The Pride had to overcome a number of obstacles on this leg of the tour, including a breakdown to their Land Rover, and that wasn't the only hurdle.
I think one of the biggest challenges we faced here would be the language barrier. Everywhere else we've been, obviously there's been a language barrier, but we've had local staff who can speak English, whereas here it feels very much like English is alien to them.
Unlike Kenya and Uganda, rugby is very much a new sport in Rwanda, but its popularity is spreading rapidly.
I'm sure that rugby will be very popular in the future, because when you see, we started with 2 schools in Rwanda in 2002, and now we are around 45 schools, just secondary schools, and around 25 primary schools now.
Next to Tanzania and the Arusha school, where Tanzanian international Juma Katila joined the team for training. The children were thrilled by the expertise available to them.
You can see how the children were a lot on the pitch. Everybody wants to be involved in the rugby. Unfortunately, it was because of the coaches were not many, so we have to have a limit of number of kids to be trained. But it was something very enjoyable. I think maybe next year we'll continue doing that. It was very fantastic, very good.
Malawi is the next stop for the Bhubesi Pride as they continue their trek to the Cape. We'll catch up with the closing stages of the tour in a couple of months' time.
Very good story. Good luck to them all as well. For more information on the Bhubesi Pride project, please do visit our website.